I've done it, baby. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I am buying into Spider-Man. And let me talk to you about why. Let me talk to you about what has changed over the past few weeks that has made it crystal clear. And if you want to watch 10 seconds and turn this video off, buy Spider-Man. It's going to do well. And guess what? All the Marvel sets are going to do well. And let's break it down. Let's talk about why. Hi, my name's Nick. I make YouTube videos. Thanks for watching. All right, let's check it out. So, if a little bit of a brief history, Spider-Man did not perform well when it first came out. Here's my collector booster box sheet. You couldn't pre-order Spider-Man for better than $3.50 a box. In fact, this might have been too good because prices were quite inflated. They're inflated from Final Fantasy. People were like, collector boxes are going to the moon. It was kind of like a preemptive. It was like people saw the future and saw what today is like. And so people were pre-ordering and selling collector booster boxes for insanely inflated prices, and Spider-Man was a part of that. And so on my price tracker sheet, Spider-Man is well behind many other sets with this high initial price point. And it's hard for it to beat out what it's currently, well, what it was priced for. It's hard for it to beat that out today. So for example, today, if you sell a Spider-Man collector booster box, here's the listing. You can sell one for $377. This this TCG player account called Devastation, who has 25,000 plus sales but only has 98% positive feedback, is selling 25 collector booster boxes of Spider-Man. And it's less than $400, and I'll get more into the details later, but I think this is a great idea. I don't know if buying from Devastation is the move. I guess if you want 25 of them. So, this came out and now it's $377, but if you pre-ordered it for $350 after shipping and fees, you're losing money. You're losing $36, negative 10%. Whoop-de-doo. You bought this late last year, and if you held on to it till today and sold it, you would have lost money. It is actually one of the rare collector booster boxes over the past year that you would have pre-ordered, sold shortly after release, and lost money on. Partially because the pre-order price was so high, partially because MTG Goldfish came out with a video opening Spider-Man collector booster boxes and was like, this is terrible. This box opening experience is bad. The set size is bad. The cards inside it are bad. And the price started to go down. And maybe we can see that here. I mean, I guess I don't have the timestamp for when exactly that video came out, but you see this past year. Oh, this is play for the collector box. You see this past year curve where the price, some people were pre-ordering for $600, $700, $800, then it just goes down $600, $400, $400, $450, $400, $380, $320, $300, and kind of is bouncing around that $300 to $350 for a long time. And now it's starting to climb a little bit back up. And you can see this shape here. I guess now you can, now that I've gotten my big head out of the way. This, I don't expect it to go parabolic immediately, but I expect it to climb. We've hit the bottom. Marvel Spider-Man is rising, and it is going places. And what is fascinating about that, so that's the brief history, is that it coincides directly with Marvel Superheroes. When Marvel Superheroes came out, we saw a rise in the demand. So not just the prices, but also the quantities bought and sold on TCG Player when it comes to Marvel. Let me read you some stats here. So Play Booster displays went up from about 9% in cost, from $110 to $120. Is that right? Look at, yeah, I guess $120 now. These things were, yeah, 100, 110, up to 120. Bundles going from $48 to $53, 8% increase. Collector Booster displays going from $344 to $363, 5.7% raise. You know, not crazy yet. But I really expect these collector booster boxes for Spider-Man to kind of explode, and that's the reason why I'm buying some of them. I bought some of them this morning. Gift bundle cases up 3.9%, collector packs up 3.4%, and so on. And then, so it's not just prices, it's also demand. Demand is up roughly 26%. Daily sale volume across all Spider-Man products went up 28.5 units per day in the 2 weeks before. Oh, sorry. It went up from 28.5 units per day in the 2 weeks before the launch to 35.8 units a day in the 3 weeks after Marvel Superheroes. Marvel Superheroes came up, and immediately the sell-through for Spider-Man products spiked. this is obviously, you know, the picture that's being painted here is obviously a rising tide kind of effect, right? Marvel comes out, starts selling, and it's doing fine. Marvel was one of the sets, by the way, that you could not instantly flip for tendies. I got some at a great price of $415, being able to pre-order. A lot of pre-orders were like $450 for a box. Today, you can sell it for $460, and you would lose money after shipping and fees. Another, so so there's 2 collector booster boxes in the past year that you couldn't just buy, pre-order, and immediately flip and make money, and they're both the Marvel sets. But that being said, prices for the Marvel superheroes collector booster box have not crashed. They're stable, and potentially they're rising. I mean, when we kind of zoom out a bit, it's like, are we at the bottom? I guess it's just noisy. It's going to take time to tell, but it's certainly not clear that the price is going to go down any more than it currently is. And so what we're seeing, though, it's really the impact on Spider-Man that is so interesting to me. This curve kind of hitting this bottom, and in my opinion, getting ready to shoot on up, is fascinating. The way it coincides with Marvel superheroes. Now, we know that there are 3 universes beyond sets next year. What are the odds one of them's Marvel, right? Pretty high, in my opinion. It could, you know, they could take a year off, but I imagine they're going to do like a Marvel set once a year for the foreseeable future. And as much as you don't like it and I don't like it, it's working. The fact that volume of Spider-Man products has increased with the sales volume has increased with the release of superheroes is evidence that what Wizards is doing is working. The Marvel set idea. I mean, the story that's being told here is that, you know, 4 years from now, when they come out with the 6th Marvel superhero set that has the last Infinity Stone in it, that people are going to want to go back to Spider-Man. They're going to go back to Marvel superheroes. They're going to want to go back to oh goodness, what other Marvel intellectual properties are there? There's X-Men. I think that's an obvious one that they haven't done. But then, Guardians of the Galaxy, maybe. I mean, I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch, but they could do a Guardians of the Galaxy set. Anyways, I'm not a super nerd fan of Marvel. I've just seen the good movies. So, but yeah, there's synergy here. We're seeing it play out on TCG Player. So I think Marvel Spider-Man is a great purchase. I would rate it like kind of as high as you can rate it right now, because the thing is, going back to showing it on my screen, $377 right now. You can pick them up. I think sub 400. I think this thing is going to hit 400 soon. I think it's going to hit 400 in the next, honestly, like couple weeks, and you can hold me to that as a prediction. And I've put my money into it. You'll see Marvel Spider-Man, at least one box on the shelf behind me soon as I get that product later this week. Yeah, it is what it is. And so if you're, you know, somebody looking to park money in booster boxes of Magic, you know, let me do the disclaimer real quick. You should have savings and a 401k and retirement plan, and you should be no credit card debt. And if you have any kind of loans or things like that, those should be paid off before you invest inside any kind of booster product or trading card whatsoever. I don't care if this is going to have 100% returns in the next year. You're still better off paying off your debt. Well, I guess if we knew there's 100% returns, you would be better off investing in this. But we don't know that. There's still a lot of risk built into these products. So, but yeah, for those of you that your finances are in order, please, I think it's a really good idea to buy some Marvel Spider-Man. Anyways, that's all. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and we'll be in touch. We'll see you later. Peace.